The waste crisis began 15 years ago with the first closures of Camorra-run tips. The state had to pay through the nose for the land in order to retain some space for household rubbish, but still couldn't end the Camorra's stronghold on waste disposal in the region.
Let them come down here and choose where to put the dumps in the right places, not in the middle of an urban area.
Mariarosaria LUONGO is incensed. She has made it her mission to prevent the reopening. A 40-year-old bank manager who has lived in Pianura all her life, Mariarosaria has cancer. Her father died of cancer, and she's convinced the dump is to blame. She has taken her campaign to television screens all over Italy, including this live broadcast from Pianura on one of the country's most widely viewed programmes. She appeared alongside other cancer victims from the suburb in a link-up with Livia Turco, the health minister, back in the RAI studio. But when Turco tried to downplay the gravity of the situation, Mariarosaria reacted angrily.
We've been used. I don't care what you say. We've been screaming about this for a month and nothing happens. For a month. You need to get the facts out. We had Turco there, we'd been calling her for a month. Why should we take this crap?
The inhabitants of Pianura have lost patience. They want to know why in 15 years there has never been any official scientific inquiry into the link between the toxic substances at the dump and the incidence of cancer and other diseases among local people. The Italian sanitary authorities don't seem to want to admit that there is any.
There are no problems with chronic illnesses like cancer, cardiovascular diseases. In any case, there are no more than before.
Yet one independent researcher has found quite the opposite to be true. In an article published in 2004 in the British medical journal The Lancet, Dr. Mazza reveals that incidence of liver cancer is 3 times higher around Pianura than elsewhere in Italy. He was the one who first called the area the Triangle of Death. But the Italian government does not appear to have taken any notice of Mazza's findings. Mariarosaria and others fear the government's silence hides a terrible truth. Currently, the regional authorities are at least going through the motions.
Here is where the fate of a whole region is being decided.
Mariarosaria has come to the provincial government's headquarters in the centre of Naples for a press conference by the new Waste Crisis Commissioner, the 15th person to hold the post in 15 years. She wants to know what his plans are, to reopen Pianura or not. The Commissioner, Gianni De Gennaro, has been given 100 days to solve one of the worst crises in modern Italian history.
I will now give the list of the waste disposal centres to be reopened. Difesa, capacity 42,000 tonnes. Pianura, 20,000 tonnes. Marigliano, 98,000 tonnes.
It's a bombshell. Mariarosaria catches up with the Commissioner on his way out.
Where is the democracy? We're the ones who called you, out loud because we're decent people, but you don't answer our questions. We felt betrayed yesterday on the television.
I assure you, I will listen to everyone.
When? When?
Soon.
Oh yes, soon. When everything's decided, maybe you should turn Pianura into a global research centre on cancer.
The only hope for a real solution to the crisis are these ultra-modern waste treatment centres. There are 7 of them across Campania. They're designed to burn rubbish to generate electricity in a virtuous circle of recycling. But De Gennaro has only just reopened them. The Camorra's tentacles had worked their way into this system too and prevented it from functioning, leading to the centre's closure. The rules for differentiating between different types of rubbish were not respected, and the treatment centres ended up with wet waste that could not be burned. In consequence, 7 million tonnes of dangerous and incombustible trash has been rotting for several years now at various sites in the region. These too are a serious threat to the environment.
It's not true they're cleaning up the area. They're destroying the area. Why has no one ever cleaned up around here? No one ever has.
The Italian justice system believes one man bears particular responsibility for the disaster, Antonio Bassolino, current president of the Campania region and a member of Walter Veltroni's Democratic Party. A former waste crisis commissioner himself, he was charged last month with fraud and abuse of power. The company he employed to build the waste treatment centres, Impregilo, a multinational part owned by Fiat, is also under investigation.
The problem of pollution in Naples is so complicated, what with the Camorra, the gangsters, the corrupt bureaucrats, the corrupt politicians, corrupt criminal companies, and laws that only encourage crime.
Corrotti, criminali, leggi criminogene.
And the problem is so big that only the European authorities could resolve it.
Semplicemente un governo europeo.
Brussels has threatened Italy with a daily fine of €700,000 if it does not clean up the rubbish in Campania as soon as possible. But can it be done? Army trucks, helped by the United Nations, have been sent in, but they will never be enough to take away 7,200 tonnes a day. A region with huge tourist potential is turning into one huge trash heap. Mariarosaria is losing hope.
It's really sad. Look, no one wants to solve this problem. They just leave the people here to die.
Well, joining me